My dad started me when I was really young, and I started in the hayfield full time when I was 9. My grandpa had some cows and had some land, and so I started in that, and then I started working in the woods on the weekend, greasing and helping them change the oil and different stuff, learning how to run stuff. And so I had like $8,000 saved up in a CD that my dad had made me put back for all them years of working in the hayfield and everything. And so I ended up taking that money and I bought a tractor with tongs on the back, an old log, well, it was a tractor made into a log hog. And I gave like $5,250, I believe is what it was for it. And then I got a trailer, 20-foot gooseneck trailer. I think I gave about $2,700 for it. And I was pretty much wiped out as far as money goes. That was it in that CD. And my grandpa, there was an old pair of trip boasters out in the field, had the cables on it that they used to, back in the day when they had mules or when they loaded with bobtails and stuff, they would load these and you would pull up on the side of the hill, and when it was leaning, you would trip them and all the logs would roll off, and they would be used for skid poles. And you would take mules and get them on the other side of the trailer or whatever you're loading and pull them up on it. And so I ended up getting them. He said, I told him, I said, Papa, can I buy them from you? And he said, well, you can have them if you get them out of them briars. So I pulled them boasters out of the briars, and man, I thought they was the finest thing in the world. I painted them red and black, and I cut the cables off and welded them up solid. I got them on there, and I traded in my truck and bought me an old 1-ton Dodge. And I had $300 in my checking account. And I remember I was scared to death to blow out a tire or anything. And I hauled to Leo Hicks creosoting, and super good people. And Miss Pam, I remember asking her every day, I'd say, Miss Pam, is there any way I can get my check for a couple loads that I'd hauled that day? I started cutting fence rows in Kennard, Texas was my first job that I ended up getting bought. I started there, and I'd ask Miss Pam, I'd say, I won't ask you for any money when I get the money. I was embarrassed, and I hated asking. I just didn't know how else to pay my stuff, and so she would pay me, just sweet lady, and would pay me every day that I needed to be paid. And so they really helped me get my cash flow going to get started. And I got me an old suicide loader, and I got me an old skidder later on, and just kind of grew it from there. And I was hauling, when I first started, I was hauling 2 1-ton loads a day, which is equivalent to 1 big truck load, like 18-wheeler load. The most we've hauled in a week then, what I used to do was 5 big truck loads was equivalent, and now I think we've hauled 546 is the most we've ever hauled in a week. So it just kind of grew from there, and just kind of look up, and here we are,